everyone, welcome to something a little bit different on the channel here today. As you can see, it's a career mode video, but it's F1 Championship Edition. Just thought I'd do something a little bit different to the usual F1 2013 stuff I'd been doing. Shake it up a little bit. You will still be getting F1 2013 content, whether that be my league race videos or my career mode videos. Season 3 will be coming up soon, by the way. But we're going to head on into this. As you can see, I am in the Toro Rosso. I'm their first driver, and we're going to go into the first race of the season, which this season, 2006, was the Bahrain Grand Prix. Right, we're going to head straight on into qualifying
for this afternoon's qualifying session. 1 hour of entertainment and excitement starts right here. Session 1 is starting imminently, so without delay, let's find out who makes it
and then we're going to get back out on circuit.
The back part of the grid.
As you probably can't tell, I am racing on a pad. Normally I race with a Driving Force GT, but since that wheel wasn't out when this game was out, it doesn't really work that well. I mean, the force feedback is enough to snap it off, so I decided just to save that and stick with an option of the pad. Probably means I'm going to be a little bit slower, and my steering movements aren't going to be as smooth as they normally are, but got to make do. Running a little bit wide there, not to worry. Track isn't as accurate as it is on F1 2013, considering the fact that turn 10 is not an uphill left-hander. We're going through. Current drop zone is Mark Webber on a 37.4, a little bit on the curb, which nearly put me off in the wall as I wasn't paying attention. And there is the drop zone. My teammate Scott Speed in 18th position. Ralf Schumacher 17th. He's not having a good time of things. We come across the start-finish line, which is a lot further down. Normally we would have passed it by now, but we crossed the line, and that's a 9th place finish for Q1. And as you can see, we do indeed go through into Q2. Let's see what the drop zone ended up as.
We'll continue in a few moments with the second.
There we go.
Session.
Thiago Monteiro, Mark Webber in
11.
the Williams, Scott Speed, my teammate, Takuma Sato, Christian Albers, and Yuji Ide.
Session 2 is about to get underway. We've reset the clocks as the times from session 1 are now irrelevant, and we've also cut the number of cars down from 22 to 16.
And out we go.
By the end of this session, we'll be down
I apologise if my commentary isn't of the normal standard that it is, but you know, I'm doing this live, so talking and driving probably isn't going to end well for me. As you can see, Fernando Alonso currently fastest on a 34.5. Kimi Raikkonen on the drop zone in a 36.196. That's actually the tightest lap so far. Hooked up nicely with the apex though. Through turns 9 and 10 now, which should be going downhill rather than uphill, but oh well. Did that rather nicely as well. Got the front end of the car in on the power. Driving the only V10 on the grid, considering the fact that Toro Rosso were running with rev limited V10s compared with the rest of the grid that were on V8s. There's the drop zone again. Rosberg, Coulthard, Villeneuve, Ralf Schumacher clearer than myself. We're going to see where this lap puts me. as we come down the start-finish line. We go fastest on a 34.4. And that's immediately beaten by Montoya on a 34.2. I'll get out of his way. We're going to head back into the pits. And there we go. That's a second place finish. Who didn't make it into Q3?
We'll continue with session 3 of qualifying.
Kimi Räikkönen, Nico Rosberg, David Coulthard, Jacques Villeneuve, Ralf Schumacher and Christian Klien didn't make the cut. And now we go into the shootout session.
The final shootout session is about to get underway. We've reset the clocks for the final time. This session will determine the order of the top 10 for tomorrow's race. This is the final battle for pole position.
I thought I'd start off with a 10% race just for this one, and then we'll see where we go from there after this race. Missing the apex a little bit there. Through turn 2 it's flat out. Turn 3 is also flat. Fisichella on pole on a 35.7. Oh, running quite a way off there. Not to worry. Scooped it back up. Oh, lost it. Not sure which driver that was. And the difference between this session and the qualifying 3 that you normally see on F1 2013 is the fact that back then you have to carry the race fuel around with you in this qualifying session. So times are usually a bit slower. But no temperature in that right front. I'll probably give it one more attempt. Not only did you have to carry the race fuel, but you also had a full 15 minutes to do a lap time until they cut that down to 10.
Rubens Barrichello completes his hot lap. I'm fairly certain he'll be feeling some disappointment with that lap.
Ah, so the BAR that passed us was Barrichello. Also, another thing I've got to contend with is the voices of James Allen and Martin Brundle, who as they had commentary on this game. So I'm going to have to compete with them. Not to worry. Try not to spin it this time. I do not.
Michael Schumacher completes a flying lap. He's done well to make it through the session 3, but he'll know that his best lap this session wasn't a fair representation of what the car will do.
Here we go, onto the back straight. Oh, a little bit of understeer. Had to hesitate on the throttle. Or the X button in this case.
Fernando Alonso, Jenson Button, Jarno Trulli.
Oh dear, run wide.
All out on hot laps as I speak. Results should be coming in thick and fast throughout the session.
Yeah, just go ahead and ignore me, James. Running a little bit wide again. Barrichello in the pits. I'm going to come across the line. Where is this going to put me? Puts me into 4th position. Anyways, I think I'll stick with that. We'll end it there.
So there we have it. From 10th to pole, the grid order looks
There's
like
the grid.
this.
Schumacher down in 6th place.
Hope you have too. We'll see you tomorrow for race day. Goodbye.
Here we go. Fastest lap of the entire qualifying session was Montoya on a 34.2, followed by me on a 34.4.
The waiting is over and you join us live in the desert for the Bahrain Grand Prix. Formula One's popularity knows no bounds. They may not have had any home teams or drivers here, but our Arabian hosts are still big fans. Whether it's horses, camels or F1 cars, Bahrain certainly loves its racing. The Formula One Roadshow has truly arrived in the Middle East and we're all set for a real sizzler. This is race day in the desert. Pretty much perfect weather.
Oh, sorry to cut across you, Martin, but I have a race to do.
Don't go anywhere. Turn up the volume and enjoy. Here we go.
Here we go.
The race
We're on the way. Montoya moves straight across to block me. The two Renaults side by side, going into turn 1.
Here come the drivers.
I have a lunge on the inside and a bit of contact there with the back of Fisichella's car, but we're up into second place.
Next is Alonso.
Got some front wing damage. Got Alonso all over my rear end. This isn't going to help matters. So at least the AI are exactly the same as they are in F1 2013, in that you can just dive bomb the crap out of them into turn 1. A little bit wide. Still got no front temperature in the tyres. Oh, Alonso's made contact. Keep going. Oh, and who's that? That's Button without a front wing behind us. Oh, and he's hit us as well. Oh, we're out of the race. Damn it. That's another thing about this game, is that you can't just drive flat out into a wall and expect to live. Even the slightest mere breath on the suspension will snap it. Oh. That's highly disappointing for the first race.
Fisichella leads. Montoya is second. Alonso third. Barrichello fourth. Heidfeld is in fifth. He's moved up from 8th. Raikkonen 6th.
And that's how it ended.
So
and somehow,
the new Formula One season
Jenson Button managed to get from
international circuit
pulling into the pits without a front wing
since 1995
to second position. I don't know how he did that, but
it's been exciting. And
oh well,
it's
Schumacher down there in 11th
sure
place.
Promises to be a fascinating
Got
season.
speed up to 13th.
See you in 7 days' time for
Look at the
round 2
carnage.
in
Massa,
Japan.
myself,
Formula One
Ralph
is back.
Schumacher and Rosberg all failed to finish. Oh, that's disappointing.